Hey guys, how's it going? AJ Crunchbox here, welcome back to another video. So, thank you already for the amount of support on the last video I made. It is part 1 of this video, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that one. If you missed it, link is down below. It's pretty much about when we met a pervert when we were on holiday, and there was a bunch of other issues and stuff like that that we had, which is what I'm going to be going through in this video today. So, in the background, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am really enjoying zombies at the moment, like, so much more right now than multiplayer. So the online games right now has kind of been paused. I still play it, but you know, I'm more on the zombies right now. I'm really enjoying it. I love it, and I can't help that. I'm sorry if you don't enjoy it, then just listen to the video, don't watch the footage. But I love playing zombies. At the moment, like I said, it's just so much fun for me. So hopefully, you know, either way you will enjoy it. And I apologise straight off that I have got a sore throat because I don't know how this video is going to sound, but fingers crossed it goes okay. So there are 4 things I want to talk about in this video. There are a bunch of different things that happened on this holiday, but I've picked out 4 things which I guess are the most interesting parts of the holiday, or the most, I don't know, just intriguing parts, or the ones that cause the most issues. So the first one, like I said in the last video, there was a fight between the main guy, which is the pervert, and the 2 people that worked with him. They were a couple. Like I said, if you missed the first part, the link is down below. It will make a bit more sense if you go and watch that first, so you get a better idea on this guy. But pretty much, he was really horrible, and he trapped these guys. They were young. They're about, I think, a couple of years older than me, maybe around 22. I think one of them was 24, so they weren't old. And you know, he trapped them just like crap. It was so bad, and it was just horrible to see that like day in and day out. So basically, what happened was, in the shed was the 2 people that were nice, the couple, and then the pervert. I'm not going to mention names, guys, because I don't do that. It would make this a lot easier, but I'm not going to mention names. So like I said, the couple were in there, and I think the guy of the relationship was like leaning up against the desk for where the laptop was. And bear in mind, this is literally like a garden shed, okay? It's not a big shed. Like, imagine just the size of an average garden shed. It was like that. So it was really small, and there was like no fans or aircon or anything like that. It was a pure, just flat out shed, and it was so hot in there because I went in there once, like, to give I think it was a sunglasses back or a hat or something like that, and it was baking in there. You could sit in there and roast just like a chicken in the oven. It was that bad. But basically, the pervert guy tried to walk past the nice guy, and he like pushed him out of the way because, you know, he didn't move because he didn't say excuse me or anything like that. He was just really rude, you know, burst through, and he full on pushed him. So the guy, you know, he gave it back. Up to this point, you know, he had enough of it. He wasn't going to take any more of it because, like I said, we were there for 2 weeks and we saw this develop over the whole 2 weeks. This fight didn't happen, I think, until a couple of days before we left. So it was literally, you know, near enough 2 weeks of them just putting up with this crap, and they've been putting up with it for the whole summer. So, you know, since I think they counted it from around May or March. So, you know, a couple of months at least, they've been putting up with this. So I guess he sort of like lost his rag there. And it wasn't just us that knew about it. They did make friends with other people around the pool and the other people in the hotel. So it wasn't just us. They had a lot of other people, you know, backing them up on their side, which was really nice. And I thought that was, you know, for strangers, you know, just the fact that we all made friends and actually came together like that, I thought was really good, actually really nice. So yeah, I mean, you know, he tried to walk past him, and then they started pushing each other, and then the guy, like the horrible guy, he was like effing and blinding at him, shouting all these horrible things to him, and I think he was actually screaming at them as well in his own language, which I guess is quite offensive because you don't know what he's saying. So yeah, I mean, that just caused a massive fight, and at that point, I thought, you know, they were going to lose their jobs, they were going to have to go back to France, and even though, like I said last time in the last video, they would have been so much better off there because they had really good jobs there, like a massive house and all this stuff. So I don't know why they came over in the first place. I think they said it was just, you know, for the location, for the sun, the beach, stuff like that, so that's understandable, but not when you're treated like that. It was so bad. But anyway, there's a massive fight. We got involved with management. We complained about it because it was just horrible to see that. And the fact that he did it right in front of everyone that was there. Because we were all around the pool. Like, all the deck chairs around the pool are pretty much always full. So, yeah, it was ridiculous, really, because it was just rude and inconsiderate to everyone's sort of, you know, holiday. It's a what's it called? A disruption, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I mean, we complained, and then he got, like, had a go at, and I guess they all made up. Theoretically, that's what they said, even though they didn't deep down. But either way, that was all over and done with, and I guess that was just one experience. So yeah, like I said, we got involved with management for that because it was ridiculous. And if you want any like elaboration on any of these like mini stories, I guess just let me know down below, because I'm trying to fit 4 into one video here, so I'm not going to be as in depth as possible, but hopefully it will be a bit of a longer video for you guys to enjoy. So the second story is kind of linking into this. It's pretty much their accommodation. They all lived within the hotel, obviously, to make it easier for transportation and just, you know, paying for their stuff and just things like that. But they got paid so little, it was ridiculous. Like, I think over here, I got paid more when I was like 16 than they do now when they're there, which is... it's crazy because they have a house to pay for and stuff like that over in France as well. It was just really bad because they were getting paid so little but putting up with so much rubbish. So that was probably the worst part. They actually showed us their house, like, well, their room, I guess you could say. It wasn't even a room. It was pretty much like another shed, but it was like really far away from the hotel. So it's like still on the hotel grounds, but it was all the way on the other side. So like over a massive hill and far away, however that song goes. Yeah, it was pretty much really far away. So bear in mind the weather's really hot. It's a distance to walk in that heat for definite. But yeah, I mean, their room was so small. They had 3 people in this one tiny shed. Literally, there was only enough room for 2 single mattresses, and that was it. Not even joking to you guys. There was a tiny bathroom on the side, but apart from that, that was it. No aircon, anything like that. And they actually adopted this kitten, which lived in there as well, which was... that probably made it the worst, because the smell obviously doesn't go anywhere, so it just stays in that one room, and it was really gross. The living conditions were really appalling, to be honest with you guys. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever, but, you know, either way, I guess that's just how... what they agree to and how it goes, I guess, in that situation. But yeah, that was really gross. But I feel like we need more of an uplifting story, so the next one is pretty funny. Me and my boyfriend went together, obviously, and we've been together for a long time, over 2 years now, so... you know, we've been comfortable with each other's, like, bodies and whatever, getting changed, you know, going to the toilet, whatever. We're comfortable with all that stuff. So we were getting changed one morning, I think it was, or whenever we came back from the pool or something like that. We were getting changed, and it was so funny because they have these maids that go round, but they don't speak English at all. They can literally say hello, and that's it. So literally the maid came to our door, and she like knocked once or twice. Like she just like one single knock. That was it, okay? And then she opened the door straight away without giving us any time to answer, like verbally or go to the door. And bear in mind, I was okay where I was, because I was hidden, so I was fine. But my boyfriend was in like the main room, so when you go through the room door, it pretty much has like a wardrobe next to you. Straight ahead is like big patio doors to go outside onto the balcony. But like that's where like the main sort of bed TV area was, and then the bathroom was like on the side. So I was in the bathroom, I was fine, out of sight, and my boyfriend unluckily wasn't. He had to like hide behind the bed and like tell them to go away without obviously being rude. But he was like, you know, we're not ready yet. We'll come out in a minute. We'll answer the door in a minute. It was so funny because I just remember seeing him like crouching behind this bed like naked, trying not to let this man see. It was so funny, and I think the maid story was a lady, and we also had like a minibar person because we were like all inclusive. They like brought around drinks like every single week. I think it was like once a week they restocked the fridge or something like that. And yeah, so they restocked our fridge, or maybe it was once every 3 days, I can't remember. But yeah, he did it as well. He came, and my boyfriend had to hide, like, he had to open the wardrobe door to hide his body, and the wardrobe is right in front of the door, like I said. So that was so funny because I was luckily both times out of sight, out of mind, and he wasn't. He was right in sight. They just like knock once, or they're like mini bar, and then they just walk right in, and it was really embarrassing for him, but it made a great story for me, and I found it extremely funny. I couldn't stop laughing, and they didn't understand anything we were saying either, so that made it even funnier because he was trying so hard to get them to go out the room so he could get changed, and they just kept walking in further because they didn't understand what he was saying. So it was so funny, and you know, that definitely made my day on whatever days they were. I can't even remember, but it was so funny, and yeah, that was that story. And the final one was actually something which was pure luck, okay? So the people that ran the entertainment, like I said before, they all knew that we had like gone to management and complained because it was just so bad. We told them that we were going to, so we went there, and then we got dismissed when they all arrived so they could chat, because apart from like that guy, all the rest of the management and stuff like that was really good. The customer service was amazing in that respect. And, you know, they were really sort of, you know, concerned about everyone that was there. So it was really nice. It was just that one guy, unfortunately, that sort of like ruined the whole experience. But you know, they had to like sort that stuff out. And after that, you know, he knew that we weren't happy with him, so it was like, you know, he had this like massive grudge on us for going to complain about him, and he didn't really want us to say anything else to anyone else, so he gave us a free bingo ticket. The bingo tickets were like, I think 5 or 10 euros each, which was crazy, because if you don't win anything, you know, what a waste of money that was. But he tried selling them to us, and we were like, nah, we don't want it. He gave us one for free, so we were like, okay, bingo isn't our thing, but, you know, considering that it was free, we thought we might as well go. We had to look at the prizes, they were okay, and I shit you not, guys, we won the full house. The whole thing. We won it. There were like lines here and there, but they were for like tiny prizes. But we won the whole thing, and it was absolutely insane. I ended up giving like some of the stuff away to people because it was actually our last day there. So like the drinks and that, we couldn't really drink them because we were flying the next day. And there were certain things that we couldn't get because, you know, we weren't there. I actually won some handcrafted jewellery. I think it was, I don't know if it was gold or silver, I can't remember, but it was actually handcrafted in, no, it was silver earrings, handcrafted in the hotel themselves. And there was only one of each one, so I won some of that, and they shipped it over to me because obviously we left, so that was really cool. So yeah, I mean, overall it was a great holiday, but there was like a bunch of different things and like mixed emotions that sort of went on, so it was definitely interesting and something to remember forever, for like definite. But you know, either way guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Chuck it a massive thumbs up if you have, and yeah, thank you all for subscribing, being awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.